How's it going? Welcome back. It's Jonathan. Okay, so I know what you're thinking. You're bloody sick of all the pings of the live stream. So, yeah, let me tell you what's going on here, how to use them, and why I've been trying to set this up. Let's start off with the why. So, there's a lot of people that know that I do like long-term forecasts. I put out a video or I put out a forecast which is looking ahead, sometimes years in advance, other times just a simple year in advance, and then for the nitty gritty stuff we look forward like 90 days in advance, etc. Now I don't have the time to do like an intraday service. That would mean that I'd have to put out videos every single day, and right now I don't have the time for that. So I wanted to provide you a service which was going to, I hope, benefit you and allow you to get some intraday sort of analysis to help you with your, I guess, your own research. Okay. Now, I wanted to do this in a way that wasn't going to provide you any buy or sell signal, because depending on which country you're in, that can, influence your decision making, and in some cases be against the law. So I didn't want to provide you a signal. So I thought of another way. I was like, what can I do to help people get a daily bias, or I guess understand the next market direction to help them make better choices, or hopefully better choices in the future. And I guess if you're not making money, at least save money. Okay, you're not buying tops, and you're not selling the bottoms. Okay, so I decided on a few methods. I'm going to go through all these videos, and let's first take a look at there's going to be basically three services I'm using. First one is DVAN, the second one is Go No Go, and the third one is going to be Timing Solutions with more of the Planetary and cycle stuff inside it. So DVAN is very simple. You can buy it from Optima. If you've got Optima, you can buy a subscription to the DVAN add-on. If you're in Australia, it's 151. If you're in the US, I think it's like $100 a month, etc. So depending on your currency that you're looking at Optima on, yeah, this is about the price of it per month. And the one that I'm using is the buy and sell pressure. It's very simple to understand. Green price bars means buying pressure is dominant. Red price bar means selling pressure is dominant. So if you're looking for a buy signal, well, basically if the bar is red, you would generally not try to go long in that time period. And if you're looking for a sell signal, well, if the bar is green, you would generally not go short in that range. Okay. So that's the first one. The second one is the Go No Go. Now the Go No Go has many different aspects to it. However, what it does have is basically a few colors. So when No Go trend is painting purple bars, a red solid circle will appear. Each time No Go No oscillator hits resistance at a zero line from below. So bright blue is the strongest bullish environment, indicating a robust uptrend. Aqua is slightly less bullish, often seen after bright blue bars, suggesting a weakening trend. The amber represents uncertainty, such as not sure who's in control of the trend. Pink is low intensity bearish color, signaling a bearish trend, which is opposite of the aqua. And then we have dark purple, which appears when the bearish trend intensifies, which will be similar to the blue color. Okay. So as we can see, if we go back to this photo here, we have various trends in different colors. And then we have the go and the no go. Basically speaking, again, you would not be looking for short signals or patterns or anything that are going short when you get a go tag. Now, I'm not saying that the go tag can't also occur at the top. As you can see this, we had a go tag, and then it switched to no go basically a few bars later. However, generally speaking, if it's go, we want to be cautious about going short. And then if it's a no go, we want to be cautious about going long. Okay. Again, not saying that every single time we're going to get a no go or a sellish bias around, I should say, at a top. Sometimes we might get a no go and then it turns straight back to go, or the market turns bullish. However, generally speaking, it should give us a good indication of market trends. Now, I don't want to have, let's get out of here. I don't want to have a million different videos, so I'm going to be offering, this is actually quite a capital investment also. I'm going to be offering a dozen free ones, and then there's going to be more customizable ones, which are going to be basically in the, well, if you go into this and you click the join button, in the enthusiast one, there's going to be member-only live streams. Basically, this is just going to help fund the actual servers, okay, and all these tools. So it doesn't matter what you click on, whether it's the go, no go, or the DVAN one, if you find any DVAN ones. All the go, no go, and the DVAN videos are going to provide you both of the signals on the same page, okay? That's because I didn't want to have a million different pages. So we just pop this up. Here's an idea on how to use this. Basically, if it says go, you'd be looking for those bullish bias ideas, okay? So you might draw in like a pennant pattern here, or a rectangle, depending on how badly you draw rectangles. You might see the break and it's on a go. And then you have your DVAN. Your DVAN's gone green, it's printing red, and then you've got a green break here. So then you've got your go signal down here. You've got your DVAN printing green, and then you've got your pennant break or whatever you're drawing on your charts. And then it goes green, and then that might have been your buy signal. Now this one here is a 5-minute chart, so this would be for people who are into the highly leveraged stuff, also those who are looking for the intraday stuff. And then basically you've taken your profit, and then you might be looking for somewhere else. You might use the red arrows as an area to get out. When you see the red arrow print, it might be suggesting that the bullish trend, in the bullish trend, that the trend is weakening. And then we'll wait for it to switch back so I can give you, then you have this reddish bit here. Let's switch back and get the next go, no go service. Just upgrade this. Every 20 seconds it switches between the go and no go. And then the trend moves down, and then you get another green dot, which prints that the market is basically still bullish in the go zone. And then it rolls over not too long after. So depending on where you take profits are, whether it's double top, etc., then the market falls lower. Then we head into a no-go, which means you'd be not looking for buys, you'd be looking for sells. As we can see, that doesn't happen, and then we get another go print. Okay, so this is intraday stuff. There's going to be lots of goes and no-goes, and there's going to be lots of green to red transitions, but this is for those who are looking for extra confluence. Same thing can be said for, let's say, Bitcoin or Ethereum. So again, you're looking for this trend. You might have drawn your pattern in somewhere, depending on what sort of patterns you were doing. This is a 5-minute Ethereum chart, okay? So it's going to be all the faster moving stuff. You can see that the market moves up, and then it falls, and then it moves up again in this area. Why is that beneficial? Well, I'm going to show you the next video. The next video is going to include a few extra elements, okay? Now hang with me, because those of you who want to be using this is actually pretty important stuff. So this one here is now timing solutions, and this is going to provide you a future forecast on market patterns. Now there's 3 elements to this. First of all, we have the long black lines that roll from left to right. This is our planetary line, and if you need a reminder, we have this one here, planetary lines, and it's black. This is a very specific planet that runs from left to right, and it converts planetary longitude into price, okay? If you don't know what that means, just get a YouTube video on it. Planetary longitude starts from 0 degrees and moves around to 360 degrees on a zodiac wheel. And then if you double that, or if you move it to the next rotation, it would then move from 360 degrees out to 700 degrees. If you add an extra 360 degrees to that, it'd move from 700 degrees to about 1000 degrees. And if you just keep rotating it up 360 degrees at a time, it's going to give you the next 360 degree rotation, which at the moment is running from 2485 out to maybe 249-ish, okay? And it's going to keep moving up and up and up as price goes, but then there's going to be another rotation on top of this, which is going to be 360 degrees in longitude above this, which is going to put out another black line. Now what you'll see is that more often than not, these black lines are going to act as support and resistance, or a gravitational force to that move, okay? Comes away from it, moves down to it, pushing away from it. Once it breaks it, well, there's going to be another planet or support level that you could be looking at. If it keeps breaking these black lines, then it's going to just head down to the next black line, similar to what I showed you in the past when it came to like the square of 9 levels. Okay, so this is going to be your support and resistance for the market that we're looking at. And then you've got the blue lines which run from bottom to top. That's going to give you the planetary aspect. So in this case, we have the moon making an aspect. We have the moon making an aspect. We have the moon making an aspect each of these times. And generally speaking, what you're going to notice, I'm going to try and explain this simply. Generally, within 2 to 3 bars of these aspects, you're going to find a low or high. Okay, generally, not all the time, but generally. So in this case, the market ran down, it ran up, tried to push higher, hit the aspect, and then fell away. And then it broke the prior aspect, ran into the next aspect, which is right here, the blue line up, ran into the next aspect. Give it generally 2 to 3 bars either side to play out. The market then rolled over, ran into the next aspect, and then pushed higher, higher into the next aspect, and then pushed lower. Now, in well-trending markets, you're going to see that these aspects are going to provide swings. Okay. Now, there's lots of swings in the market, and if you're someone who does financial astrology, you'll generally have the opinion that every single swing is based on an astrological aspect or something that's happening in the planets. I'm just using the moon as an indicator right here. We've also got, on this one, we've got, I believe it's Mercury, Venus, and possibly the sun when it makes aspects as well to other planets. Okay, so that's just going to give you a timing element. So if the market's running higher and you're coming into an aspect, you probably wouldn't want to be buying that just at that point. You might want to see what happens. Okay, well, then it breaks it. Okay, so that might give you more confidence. If it's coming up into this section here, you might not want to buy it. If it's moving down into it, then you might not want to sell it. You might want to buy it. If it's moving up strongly into it, you might not want to buy it. Okay, again, use these as research. I'm just streaming this data to you, giving it to you, because you might not have the ability to buy these programs or softwares. So I'm providing this information to you. And then we have our intraday forecasted curve. Okay, that's this one here. This is going to be a dynamic and updating line. And here's what I mean. This is going to give us the next best forecast for Ethereum over the next, so from 1 to 8, over the next 8 hours of time. So the next 8 hours, Ethereum is suggested to move higher for a bit longer, and then it's likely to have a bearish bias for the remaining of that period. What we'll do is wait and see what happens now. But basically, you wouldn't want to be going long up in this period here, okay? That would be what the intraday forecast would be suggesting. The next 8 hours is pointing down. Now, because this is an intraday forecast and not a daily forecast, I'm only going out 8 hours at a time. So just swing back here within 8 hours or so to get the next, or remaining 8 hours of the day, okay? So what do I mean by it's going to be updating? Well, let's say, for example, that the forecast suggested that the market was going, so this red line here, suggested that the market was going to trend lower, maybe until around 10 p.m. Okay, so it's pointing down. But then the market actually points up. Well, what it's going to do is it's going to take into account that new information, and it's going to update the curve. It's going to find out what cycle is playing out possibly around this time, and then it's going to give us a new curve. So instead of it pointing down, it might now adjust that upwards, and then it might give us a swing around here, a swing higher. So that means since the market was originally forecasted to point down, but it's now moving up, it's going to recalculate all that and say, okay, well, now that since the market's moving up and not down, there's possibly going to be a swing high around here. Now, don't use this as a price level. So you're not looking for 2520 to be a price level that's hit. You're looking to use this in a timing manner, okay? So this market here might come down, might move up into around this time period, so maybe around 1:30 a.m. on this clock here. So adjust it for your time zone. And then you might see that the market starts to push down. Well, I wouldn't be looking for 2515 to be hit. I would just be going that this market's likely to push down from here on out. So that is how you're going to be using these live streams. Okay, now I know that the subscriber count right now is going pretty crazy. It's going up, it's going down. There's several of you leaving and there's a bunch of you joining. The benefit to you is going to be in combining all this together, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this one here. So this is the Bitcoin one. I'm going to open up the Bitcoin Go No Go and the DVAN. It's got background music, so just go ahead and prevent that background music from playing. Okay, so that's off and off. You can listen to the music if you want, that's not a problem at all. Okay, so at the moment we're in a go position on Bitcoin. And then at the moment on the cycle, we also have the cycle printing higher. So there might be possibility here that this market is likely to print higher. If I just play that. This market is likely to print higher for a little bit longer. Let's go to play this section out. It's likely to print higher for a little bit longer into around maybe, start to around maybe 2:30 a.m. Before having a bearish bias. So once 2:30 a.m. comes around, you probably not want to be looking for longs. It can turn down a little bit sooner than that, so I would go ahead and combine the go no go, your DVAN signals, and also the cycle to play that out. Okay, well, that's all I have. Yes, there's going to be a lot more to come. There's going to be some that are going to be private only, like I said, because these servers can cost quite a bit of money. We have these tools available to use if you want to buy them yourselves and do your own charts. You can get the go no go indicator for about $190 a month. Otherwise, you have the DVAN module add-on for $150 a month. So you go ahead and grab those, add them to your Optima. And if you want timing solutions, that's around $2,500 US dollars. So you can buy that and do the exact same thing. Otherwise, I'm going to be providing you these myself. And if you want to get customized ones, just join the membership and tell me which one you want me to be streaming to you, and I'll get that set up for you, okay? Those in the GAN Mastery program, I have some other ones that, I shouldn't say the GAN Mastery, the GAN Monthly program, and I have some other ones that I'm going to be streaming to you. Just look out for those. I'm just trying to find the best way to get the several different markets that we're watching streamed without having to buy a bunch of different VPS services. So yep, stay tuned. This is going to get a little bit bigger, and I do hope that you're able to benefit from these.